Feeling exhausted. Today I'm going to be talking about the subject of feeling exhausted. Now, for anyone new, my name is Chrissy. I'm a life coach and I do self-help videos once a week just to help anybody out there who is really struggling with their life in different areas around self-help, just how to heal yourself and just general ways that we can make our life better. Now, today in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to help yourself when you're feeling exhausted. Now, life can really overtake us sometimes, and we go through a lot of challenges and trials and tribulations that can really test our energy and our strengths. Now, I personally talk a lot from my experiences, but I also do get psychic guidance and things that are being told to me as well. So when you're going through times where you're feeling really exhausted, it is really important that you listen to what your body and your mind is telling you to do. So it might be that you're getting told, if you're suffering terrible depression or grief, for example, you might be getting told to go and lay down and have a rest. And there's nothing wrong with that, because sometimes by resting the body, it can actually rest the mind, because those things can slow down the mind. So that's why they talk a lot about going and taking a nap if you're feeling really tired. It's important that you re-energize yourself by resting. So resting is one of the biggest things and the biggest tips that I can give you today when you are feeling exhausted. Recognize that you're feeling tired and that you might need to go and have a rest. The other thing when you are feeling exhausted is that sometimes it's about the busyness. And I talk a lot about having a very cluttered mind, because if you have a lot of things going on in your mind, that can take a lot of your energy and that can exhaust you, because you're constantly got a very busy mind that is never slowing down. And this is what happens in the world today. We get very caught up with our lives and there's so much commotion that it is very hard to stop our busy thoughts. Certainly, one way of doing that is to distract yourself. I talk a lot about distraction. For example, going to the movies and sitting there for 2 hours relaxes your mind and your body. Another one is to just watch some TV. Another really good one about getting clutter out of your mind is to actually write lists. I'm a person who writes a lot of lists, and if I have a lot going on for the day, for the week, it doesn't matter what, write those things down on paper, because when you're doing that, it gets that out of your mind and you have a visual of those things and you can see them, so you're not going to miss things. It's the same as having a calendar. Write all your appointments down. Get everything really nice and clear, because by having that good clarity, and you can tick these things off as you go, cross the days off in your calendar, and you know exactly what's happening, and that's about being organized, and that helps to clear your thoughts, because you're not holding everything in your mind. You're actually getting things out of your head, and it just clears that space for you to think clearer, and you're not getting overwhelmed. So that's definitely something I would look at when you're feeling exhausted. Now, another thing that sounds ridiculous, I know, is to push through with a bit of exercise or go and do some sort of activity. Sometimes when you're really exhausted, you can get to the point where you're actually becoming overtired, and it can actually affect your sleep. And it's almost like a toddler, when they haven't had enough sleep, they get overtired and they can get really cranky. Well, adults are the same. We actually can get very exhausted to the point where we just can't relax and we can't unwind. So you've got to find the things that are going to make you tired and make you push through to that kind of next level, and to relax your body. And it's almost like bringing it up in order to bring it down. So you might go to the gym, you might go for a run, you might just go for a beautiful walk with some nice music. I talk about that a lot, because that can sort of drift you away from your thoughts as well, and also relax your body. These are the things, if you can push through and really get yourself to the point where you are tired, that will bring in better sleep. You'll start to relax more. You'll feel like you've had a more energized day. And strange as that sounds, that's a way of actually making yourself push through the exhaustion, because you don't want to stay stuck in this exhausted state. You want to actually push yourself through it and get to the other side. So that's something else that I would do. I would definitely go and do some form of exercise or sort of physical activity, whether it just be that you're raking leaves in your garden. It doesn't matter what you're doing, but by doing other things, you're distracting your mind as well. And that's something that I definitely talk about a lot when you're feeling exhausted. A lot of this has to do with all that clutter in our lives. So by distracting yourself, it is calming the mind and it is calming the body. So look, life can be exhausting. It can overwhelm all of us, but you've got to find the tools and the things that are going to work for you. Like I said, do the lists, write things and get them out of your head, and just really go and have a rest. If you're really tired, sometimes that means that you've got to slow your life down and find a way of calming everything in your life, because your body is trying to tell you. Being exhausted is your body communicating to you that something's going wrong. It's almost like a short circuit, that everything isn't sort of lining up the way that it actually should be. So start to listen to the messages as well that you're getting from your higher mind and from the sensations that you're feeling in your body. And I think you'll find a really big difference when you're feeling exhausted. You can certainly turn that around and push through things and start to feel more relaxed, because you don't want to create more stress and angst and anxieties and things in your body, because that's not healthy. These can lead to other ailments. I always say the mind is closely connected to the body, so you want to prevent these things from happening. So look, thanks for watching today. Hit that like button if you're finding these videos are helpful at all. Leave me some comments below. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate that, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.